Traveling Pills.
Tarrytown and Sleepy Hollow today.
All I have to say is, while this is not going to be coming out until the end of November, do not go the weekend before Halloween.
Nope. I didn't, I heard the rumor mill and social media, because it blew up on social media this year, so everybody wanted to go, and everybody was like, it's too crowded, and I was like,
it's not as bad as someone that's been to Salem this time of year.
True.
And when I say this time of year, I mean the last weekend in September. It's not as bad as Salem.
That's
it is not
crazy.
as bad as Salem. However, that being said, those poor restaurants, I don't think they probably knew what hit them today.
Oh my God.
Or
I
think yesterday probably, or tomorrow.
Yeah, I think that they at this point probably knew it was coming, but had no idea what was going to happen.
No idea. Parking.
Nightmare.
To get around the graveyard.
Just trying to drive through Sleepy
Hollow. Through.
I mean, on the plus side, it was a great driving tour.
Yes. Yes, it was.
And we were going slow because there was so much traffic that you got to we still got to see because I will say the bummer because it's so crowded because it's so cutely decorated and there's
so cute pumpkins
and
Sleepy
scarecrows
Hollow and the Headless Horseman.
Yeah, it's so fall. It's so October. There's a ton of
I suspect probably the beginning of October isn't too bad. So maybe if you want to go in October, go then.
And I don't know if
we're 100% going back, but I will not do this weekend again.
Not again.
No.
I will say if there was it was kind of perfect. By the end, it was perfect because we ended up, which we'll get back to, at Lyndhurst Mansion.
Yeah.
Which has its own parking.
Oh yeah, that was easy, and that didn't feel overcrowded.
No.
Not even the little market they had going.
Yeah.
My only complaint there was it was hot.
Yeah, they had the heat going.
They didn't need it.
They didn't need it
today.
Yeah.
The weather this week has been so weird. God. 80 to 60. It's supposed to be 52 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then 70, 70 on Halloween.
Yeah.
So, New England.
There you go.
Tri-state area. Yeah.
It was a gorgeous day today, though.
It was gorgeous.
It was perfect weather.
The Hudson was beautiful.
It's so pretty, up in the Hudson Valley up there.
Yeah,
you're right along the water. It's so pretty up there.
It really is. And everyone was friendly.
Yeah, it was a very, nice town.
Yeah.
Everybody,
That one restaurant we tried to go to and we got in line, the guy was, super nice and was, giving everyone information and
that's nice.
Very helpful. We didn't stay in line. We wouldn't have gotten to where we needed to be
in time. No. And I did get I knew that there was going to be traffic and it was going to be bad because I did know. I mean, it's the weekend before Halloween in Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah.
We knew it wasn't going to be great. I was not expecting that though.
No, there was no parking at all. And it's a small town.
It's a really small town.
I feel like Salem handles it a little bit better. They're not as small.
Right.
They're not a quaint little town on the Hudson.
Right.
Because it is. It's a small town.
It's a walkable town. So if you can, if you're going to go, find a spot to park and just leave your car and walk around.
Yeah.
Or
don't leave your car.
Don't leave your car. Or take the train up. Honestly, driving or train is probably going to take you the same amount of time.
Yeah.
Depending where you're coming from. For us, it's easier to drive.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was not. I had forewarning. I feel on social media people were talking about it.
I know, and I guess for me, even though you said it too, it was well, it can't be as bad as Salem. And it was not.
Right.
But it was still
And the fact that you're saying that for Salem in September, this
it was insane when I went last year.
The weekend before Halloween, yeah.
It was the weekend before October. I had gone with who did I go with? Oh, Tappan and Saxton and
right.
my cousin-in-law, the group of us went. And Had a wonderful time.
Yeah, it looked
Got
really
to see
fun.
the Hocus Pocus house.
Nice.
But it was insane. Like you couldn't breathe. Insane. Too many people.
Yeah. It looked like they did have that we didn't go to. They had like a little like farmer's market it looked like going on. That looked really crowded.
That looked so crowded. I don't know where people were parking for that.
I have no idea where people were parking for that.
And then it didn't happen, but we were trying to get to Washington Irving's grave.
Yeah, you can't drive to it.
At least not on the weekend before Halloween.
No.
It looks like they probably rope it off this time of year.
Yeah.
So we'll have to go another time. But we did drive around the cemetery. It was a very nice driving tour.
It was perfect. Honestly, that cemetery is so massive.
It's huge.
We saw way more.
We saw more driving than walking.
And another really pretty cemetery.
Very pretty.
I was reading
we seem to be hanging out in them a lot lately.
I know. We actually
what did they was it that cemetery where it was like no picnicking, no sunbathing?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you plan on going to the Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, you cannot picnic or sunbathe.
No.
But
you can go and picnic at Lyndhurst Mansion.
Yes, you
on
can.
their grounds. So
yes, you can.
There you go.
Yeah.
They must. I mean, they must just this time of year just kind of have to partially shut the town down.
It makes sense. I mean, you don't want things getting damaged or ruined, and
they just have to kind of.
There was a parade today. We got out of Dodge before the parade.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
I can only imagine.
Because they shut down that entire street.
Yeah.
Where do you go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do you go?
Where do you go?
I have no idea.
They were even shutting off streets when we were just trying to get over to the mansion. And the parade wasn't for hours.
Yeah, we got there in the morning.
Yeah. And the parade was at 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And they were already shutting off streets. And I'm like, but we're just trying to get someplace.
I want to go eat some food now.
I know, and then I was getting hangry on you. I was trying to be so nice and not be a jerk. Overall, it's a very cute town. I would like to go so I can actually walk around it.
Yeah, I would like to go back and I wonder if during the holidays, Christmas time, if they decorate for Christmas too. That would be really cute. Yeah.
And I want to go to that restaurant that we tried going to.
Yeah,
the food looked really good.
Yeah, that looked good.
But yeah, not this weekend. Not at all.
I don't think the month of October.
Yeah, probably not.
No, at least on the weekends.
September's probably safe.
Yeah.
And November and December and the rest of the year, but not October.
Not October.
No.
So, the Lyndhurst Mansion.
Been there.
Been there. Done that. So yeah, as we were saying, I don't think that there is a Gothic style mansion that is not haunted.
Yes.
I feel like just walking through the house and seeing the it's so well preserved. It's like a time capsule.
Absolute time capsule.
And just all of the antiques in the house, all of the painting, all the art, all of the statues, so much art.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I found unique, before you carry on? Sorry. Before you do what you're supposed to be doing. The outside was stone.
Yes.
But the porch wasn't.
No, the porch was all wood.
Which I found very interesting.
Yeah.
But then even inside, they painted the walls to look like stone.
Yeah. I wonder how much of that was just, because did you notice too, in a couple areas, they had were working on the inside, there was ceiling falling down.
Yeah,
they kind of patched
working,
and working, and So I wonder how much of that is just this is repair, and so we didn't have we weren't going to do it with stonework again.
Oh, maybe.
So we just did the facade
to look like stone.
To look like stone the way it originally was.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Yeah,
that's a possibility.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I won't interrupt you. That's a lie. I will, but carry on.
So yeah, let me go into just a little brief history of the mansion. Overlooking the Hudson River in Tarrytown, New York, is Lyndhurst, one of America's finest Gothic Revival mansions. It was designed in 1838 by Alexander Jackson Davis. The mansion's architectural brilliance is complemented by its comprehensive collection of original decorative arts and the estate's park-like landscape. It really does. You feel like you're just on acres and acres of land.
It definitely is like a park. It beautifully landscaped.
So many trees.
Yes.
Like it's like its own little arboretum in there. It's beautiful.
Absolutely, yeah.
So the estate was shaped for more than a century by 3 families and their staff: the Pauldings, the Merritts, and the Goulds. Their influence is evident in the expansion of the main house from a country villa in the pointed style to a Gothic mansion. The park-like design of the grounds, as well as in the rich furnishings and decorations inside. Lyndhurst is an amazing mansion that we are so fortunate to still have standing and open to the public. While there doesn't seem to be any well-documented wild stories of hauntings, ghosts, or evil deeds at Lyndhurst, it is a house that seems built for them. That is true. And that's like what I was saying. Like, there's no way, like, you have that much, like...
It feels like it. And the lighting, like, I mean, the lighting was amazing, but like I told you, every time I took a picture, I was getting, like, the streaks.
Yeah.
Like...
Everything, it was just, like, yeah, I mean... Stained glass windows everywhere. Just gorgeous.
Big, giant windows, floor to ceiling. Yeah.
With, like, window seats in every room.
Yes, I love those. I love the window seats. Yeah. And I was, like, trying to imagine it at night, too, like, all lit up. I'm sure it's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah.
Which is apparently something they do. I don't know if it's just in October.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they do Lyndhurst After Dark, which starts at, like, 7 or 8 or something.
Okay.
And they do, like, guided tours through the mansion, but it's all, like, you know, spooky.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah, that would be really fun.
Yeah.
I have visited Lyndhurst for many years since I was a child and photographed it numerous times. On one occasion in the 1980s, while visiting other houses in the Hudson Valley area, I stopped by to see it after a recent snowstorm. In the 1980s, I was experimenting with black and white film and shot a series of photographs at houses before and after my visit to Lyndhurst. In those days, 36 images to a roll were all you got.
Mm-hmm. For those of you who
Yep.
don't understand old cameras.
Yep. You got your one roll of film.
And you had to either take it to CVS or Walgreens or mail it out.
Yep.
There was some company, I can see the coloring, but I can't tell you what the name of it was.
Yeah, I can't.
That my mom would just like collect and mail it all out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And now trying to find somebody to develop film is impossible.
Oh, it's impossible, yeah.
Yeah. So, with those 36 images, after I got the film back, I noticed on the photos that I took of Lyndhurst that there were some sort of imperfections. Almost like ice crystals, and I was disappointed because they were some nice views of the house, and I felt they were ruined. I took them back to the film shop and asked what went wrong. The shopkeeper said he had never seen anything like this, and kindly offered me a new roll of film. What puzzled me the most is why only at Lyndhurst.
That's interesting.
Right? After my visit to Lyndhurst, I went to the Vanderlip mansion called Beechwood, which has a rumored past of murders and odd happenings. Nothing strange appeared on those photos. Same day, same cold temperature, same lighting, etc. I've been to many old mansions over my lifetime and visited some houses that many claim are haunted. I've never experienced anything odd at any of them or photographed anything unexplained or unusual. So these images below may be just a quirk of the camera, film, or some other natural occurrence. But maybe not.
Maybe not. Do you have the images?
I do, which we will post. Not a lot of spooky happenings at Lyndhurst.
Yeah.
But the fact that dark shadows, like, it just has a lot of, like that sort of stuff is drawn to it because it's a Gothic mansion.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and probably where it is in the Hudson Valley.
Yeah, it's in Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, the history of the area.
Yeah. There's a lot of other, not a lot, but there's a handful of other mansions in the area that are all, some of them are like
that
venues
one that we kept driving past today that we were like, can we just knock on the door?
Be like, hello.
Can we see your house? Come in? I swear we're not murderers. Can we see your, are you murderers? No, cool. No, we want to see your house.
We want to just wander your grounds that's okay.
We would like to see it, please.
But yeah, so, and apparently the house, went through the 3 families several hands. So the first one was actually, the first family was actually the mayor of the city.
Okay.
And then the second family, I think it was the Merritt family, they were the ones that, like, what we see is like that was them. They were
Okay.
the ones there the longest, and they were the ones that like kind of like established and built the house and like
put everything
kind of put everything in.
Okay.
It was interesting because they definitely also like at this time of year lean into like Halloween.
Oh, of
like,
course.
The dining
market
hall.
that they had today.
Oh, exactly. That was all witchy stuff.
All witchy stuff. Yeah, which is fine. Like, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
no, that was great. And they had the whole house decorated like for Halloween.
Yes, it was all foliage.
Yeah, like the fall
and the vintage
colors.
costume and the vintage
masks.
cat masks. Yes, it was. So we took photos of that too. So we'll post them.
Yeah, the dining room was just like set for like a gorgeous fall dinner. I loved
that dining room. Like even without the decorations, that room was like built for fall. It was just warm.
It was
and inviting and cozy, and it was rich, like maroons and golds and purples and all the colors I love.
Warm and wood walls and lots of like wood and ornate, and it was just and a fireplace and
even
the dining
butler
room.
Pantry off of it.
Yeah,
was like just
a little cozy corner.
Yeah.
Even though there's not a ton of like spooky history around the house, there is definitely like it's in the neighborhood and in the area that's just kind of known for.
Oh, it's just everywhere there.
Yeah, it's kind of like its own little Halloween town.
Yes, absolutely.
So definitely, I mean, I overheard some other people who were wandering in the house who were like, can you imagine like staying here at night?
Oh my gosh.
Like, I would be so scared. Yeah.
Right.
And it was beautiful and it didn't feel like creepy inside.
No.
It was like
gorgeous.
Although
who knows what it feels like at night. At nighttime.
Yeah.
And also random, but that's how my brain works. Do you think the plumbing still works on the bathroom?
Oh. That's a good question.
Right?
Random.
Just how my brain works.
No idea.
Like I want to stay there and I want to use those bathrooms.
Oh my gosh, those bathrooms.
And I want to
so
sleep
cool.
in that gorgeous master suite.
That was so cool. It was like 3, 4 steps up into the room, and just this like, and then you just kind of like walk in. Yeah, and then you just like walk in, and it's just like windows and bed. And
I want to know what those doors were though, like when you walk in.
Before inside the room.
I know I was like his and her closet, but like who knows what they actually were for. Yeah.
I know, I wanted to like, they had the like old school knobs
and the
like
little like push away lock thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, can we look in? Like, can we see? But overall, it was a good trip. It was nice to see and now learn about.
Yeah.
We can't talk about any food this time because we couldn't get in.
We couldn't get in
to any restaurants. McDonald's French fries saved us.
They really did. They really held us over.
They held us over.
We did stop on the way home, which we'll talk about more later, but we did stop on the way home, like further down in like
it was the Harvest on the Hudson.
Right, that was the name of the restaurant.
But we didn't eat there. We just had a cocktail.
Yeah, but gorgeous little restaurant.
Gorgeous.
Great cocktails.
Amazing. The food did look really good.
And they had a fun fall spooky cocktail menu.
Yes.
So
both of what we had was delicious. You took photos, I believe.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So.
You got a bourbon spritz drink, and then I got a mezcal based.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I don't even say on the pricier side. I guess it was very comparable to New York.
Yeah, it was definitely like city
But then
prices.
the size that you got for it kind of balanced out the price.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, $18 for this cocktail, but it was
a goblet.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, you're like, this is 2 drinks really for $18.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really felt like we got 2 drinks out of those 1 drink.
Yeah, exactly. So it was allowed. $18 for a goblet.
That's
can't go wrong there.
No, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a cute. Just Hudson, like, I mean, that's like, you can't even call that upstate New York, I don't think, at that point. But like, it's heading to upstate New York.
Yeah.
I just love it up there. It's just like definitely well worth a visit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not on the most crowded weekend of the year.
No, Don't do that. Don't do it.
No. Or just go to the Lyndhurst Mansion and the fair.
Yes.
And walk
around.
Buy
your tickets ahead of time. Don't do it at the door.
Yep. And then you'll be set.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was
it was a good time.
Yeah, the Lyndhurst Mansion. Yeah, if anybody, I want to know, like, if anybody's, like, also been there for After Dark and seen anything spooky.
Send us a message. Let us know. Well, with that, as always, we are the Traveling Ghouls.
So hitchhiking ghosts beware.